Okay, welcome to part 22 of Pixels Plays Chrono Cross. Part 21 is going to be up sometime, hopefully. I'm having trouble with Premiere rendering it since I did it in parts, and I had to help with getting myself getting application for my apartment and for the apartment that we're hoping to get into, and yeah, it was kind of a mess. So I'm just saving that for later, and I'm gonna see if I can have it render overnight and see if without anything else running and see if that does anything. Anyway, first order of business is actually to get Turnip. I've also set up things up so that I can switch discs, because that turned out to be a problem. I thought that it would be a lot more seamless to be able to like skip or switch discs. Apparently, it's set up in advance with like a playlist and so lesson learned. And we're gonna roll our new intro for a second time. So that's kind of cool. A little slow. I might rework it at some point. Because I haven't been completely doing nothing in the past week. I've been so we're gonna go ahead and quick here. I can't remember which. It might actually be back in the home world. This place is out of this world. Stucky like this place. Okay, so now we're gonna go back and forth. Okay, so this message right here um, is about something we need to do. If I can find go ice breath. Very cool. Vegetation can grow here again. So okay. We need to leave and come back. We need to leave and come back. Okay, they're turning me into a liar. Game. I've updated everything. I added turnip to the frickin' title card and everything. Okay. Use either the ice gun or ice breath on the dark patch or its hideaway. Another world with Poshel in your party. Okay, I need to go. It's frickin'. It's another instance of trippy going back and forth. Being able to manipulate the other universe with your actions in one universe. Okay, yeah, it just changes the order so that. At least you can skip the cutscene. Okay, now we go to Hearth's Hideaway in Homeworld. Oh, here we go. River to ice, Sergipu. Hello, my name is Slim Shady Gwen. Oh no, no, I had to give it the Sean Connery accent since it's talking like frog. Well, Rouse just pulled me out. I shall join a few. Please, 'tis no trouble on mine part. Trying to force his way into your pocket. Although his head like Bane is sort of Sean Connery a little bit, but call upon me when thou needest mine help. They'll decide stay here for a while. Okay. Day of entering the Sea of Eden. Let the path be known for those facing fate. Okay, so here's what we do. We go. Well, first we create a playlist, an M3 file, which includes all the discs in the game. And then we had to rename our save file to match the title of the file. We opened the file, open the game, the new M3U file in RetroArch. We choose the PlayStation Core to play it with, and then we cycle tray status. We eject the game, change the disk index to 2, then cycle disk tray again, and then we should be golden. Voila. Free Islands, future, present, and past, and then whatever this thing is in the middle. I'm honestly not sure what we're going to be doing from here on out. If I had to, like, every time I do it, like, select the second disk, then I might just rename the save file again and then just select the second disk. Anyway, I should probably start with the past and work our way to the future. Atropos. Atropos, cutting the thread of life. Okay. I guess because mirrored it actually makes more sense to Clovo. Isn't that a persona? Clovo, spinning the thread of life. Lachesis, that's another Lachesis, that's another persona. It's measuring the thread of life. Alt thou worthy of accepting fate. The Triforce. Uh-oh. Are we being tested? It looks like Mother Brain. Kinda, sorta. It's Vita Duo. Oh, is that the new console coming from a new portable console? Coming from Sony? Are we getting an announcement in a game that is like maybe a couple decades old now? Okay, the form Vita takes it's dependent upon the last island you visit. This is Vita Dos, okay. And use at least 2 characters who can perform a dual attack. I do not cast elements or use tech skills the opposite color as Vita's innate. Green, so don't use yellow ones. Kobo stopped. What? Okay, Saints. Oh, I need to try to steal. Oh well, I didn't bring Sarga. It just says you can gain valuable items. It doesn't say what they are. You can tell me in the comments which valuable items I've missed out on. I think, Drunken Master. That didn't do much. Oh, come on. Future ruins. Time Fortress Chronopolis. Chronopolis Military Research Center. May there be everlasting peace for the children of the world. 2480. I heard Group Free B's experiment today is going to be a biggie. They're releasing the flame's lock level to D in order to trace the counter time effect. Yeah, but based on previous experience, I'm sure it'll work out just fine. During their simulation, Fate guaranteed that they would be able to use the flame as an uplink to extract the anti-annihilation energy associated with it. But what about reversing the polarity of a neutron flow or multimodal reflection sorting? Did you think about that? Don't worry, it'll be a success. I hope so. Once we're done with today's experiment, we'll have that long-awaited free-week vacation. I'll head back to Zen and just spend time with my family. Mother's birthday's coming up, you know. You're from Medina, right? I've been on this island for 1.5 years now. Man, I've had enough. Aside from the man-made island, with research center, there isn't a single island in the Sea of Alina. Once we're able to counter time successfully at will, we'll have full control over time. We'll find out soon enough. You said it. I can't believe we've come this far. It's almost time for work. Gotta get back into work mode. Let's leave it in Fate's hands. Don't worry, it'll succeed. Gundam? Whoa! That means business. Make sure everyone has black helmets. Now you tell me. I don't think that's really gonna work. Really? You just gonna keep on killing Orha? What? What are we gonna do? Anything? Okay, it does damage. Cool. Cool. That's good for defending. A little bit more. Oh yeah. Really? Let's just calculate later. I'm starting to think that bringing Orha along was a bad idea. Police? Okay, first we got... approach. Finally on disc 2. Go down. There needs to be some trick to open it. Over sewer wash. Operate the robot? Yes. Oh man. Okay. Come up the ladder. Huh? Wait, Broach, I guess those items are just delivered directly to us? Somehow? C17. Maybe it can, I didn't even know because okay, we could have done that part ourselves. Oh well. That was quick. I kinda wish there were more games with pre-rendered backgrounds. Or like, people like, I like to see games that like use old tricks, you know, sort of to make better looking games. Like, I'm not sure how much of Resident Evil Remake was pre-rendered, but like that could be in some ways an example, or kind of close to an example. Okay, just way to backtrack. Okay. That was the trick to opening that door. How much more detail could you put like character models if the environments were all pre-rendered? For example. Oh, I got the forget-me-not pot. but actually it's one of the doppelganger creatures, but... Man! How do I get up there? Well, it could be worse, but it could be getting sliced in half. Or not really in half, and to into numerous little slices. This is so complex. Oh, this is familiar. Originally, El Nido was nothing but ocean. The El Nido archipelago was purely artificial, created by fate. It was a remodeling plan that took place 10,000 years ago. A plan to include islands blessed with nature in the Sea of El Nido. The main island of El Nido, Earth Dragon Isle, Water Dragon Isle, Black Dragon Isle, the development of elements using the energy of the natural world. The distribution of memory terminal devices called the Record of Fate that could survey and guide people's lives. The research center staff who had the memories of the future erased left the center and began a life outside amidst nature. This is how Fate's paradise came into existence. And for over 10,000 years, Fate has been watching over and guiding the descendants of the staff who left this research center. Everything was in perfect harmony. It is until 14 years ago when a boy came into contact with the flame on the night of a storm. For 10,000 years, Fate has been watching over and guiding the descendants of the staff who left this research center. Everything is in perfect harmony. It is until 14 years ago. What was the lock release for the elevator again? My mind's been blanking out recently. Access granted. Before, after, before, after, before. So I guess all of this stuff is like original. So Kai's navel and looks here where Chrono is, obviously. I guess this area was part of the original. I love a damn driver. Which might make sense, it's the pressing place of the Masamune. There's a mysterious being inside. We have to bring someone here that knows what this is. Okay. $69, dude. Error. What? I think this might be lying. The forget-me-not pot, this important accessory, enables Sprig to... She does that normally. Doesn't she? Unless I'm mistaken. Okay, so... Where the heck is he? Perhaps what we are doing is wrong. If this experiment succeeds, we will be able to control time. We'll have complete control over history, and in a sense, become a presence, much like God. If so, what meaning is there to the history of mankind? But it's too late now. We can't afford to fail in this experiment. If for some reason anything goes wrong, the anti-annihilation energy will probably overwhelm us. Who knows what the consequence may be? This cannot be. This is the ancient super weapon that was in development in Por. But what is it doing here? It looks complete. Okay, we have the codes in the guide. I don't know where I find these ordinarily. Recharge. One thing. Okay. Okay. Difficult puzzle. The door requires a two-digit code to open. Code hinted out by the small hatch is open upon entering. Oh, this is like crazy. Now just each represent a base 2 number. So the right hat being open means that the code is 01 and the leftmost hatch means it makes the code 16. Use the table below to start out the code for whatever hatch is open. Put a recharge times 5 conceivable element inside. Okay. I guess I solved the puzzle. Okay, so this is... Maybe I've already been to the basement. brain evolution. Model of brain analysis. Brain and brain. What is brain? Model of lower animal brain. Model of brain behavior. The life forms on this planet developed from a single cell or microorganisms, protozoans, then from fish to amphibians, from reptiles to mammals, and eventually to humans, beginning with a cerebral neocortex which only exists in higher mammals. An anthropod brain enlarged at an accelerated pace until it became the human brain we know. Could the reason for the abnormal development of the human brain be the biological contamination caused by Lavos? That would mean that humans are really heterogeneous life form or form matter as far as the planet is concerned. Humans are a sudden mutation caused by the contact with Lavos, an alien life form that fell to this planet from space. That is why humans are biologically speaking unbalanced and half-finished. Internally inconsistent and disconnected, the human existence is plagued by contradictions. An incomplete species torn between love and hatred, whose very being is itself contradictory. From the planet's viewpoint, humans are just destroyers and a cursed and perhaps pathetic blight on the world. Okay, yeah. Really? Okay, I am talking to anyone more than once. We control human emotions by using neurotransmitters. That means by manipulating the neurotransmitters inside their brains, it's possible to control the feelings and even personalities of humans. Fate uses the records of fate to connect directly to the brains of the humans with whom they come into contact. Fate not only imprints what actions that the humans should take into their brains, but also rewrites their personalities and feelings. Okay. That's disturbing. Anyways, getting and rewriting is not that difficult a thing. As a matter of fact, it is possible to simulate the thoughts and feelings of each individual. These are just electric signals that flow around the circuitry of the brain, after all. The vessels of flesh can be reproduced through cloning, and the soul stored within these fleshy vessels can be simulated as well. Thus, one could even go so far as to say that death itself no longer exists. Of course, the expiration of an individual being as a variation within a species still occurs. Overall, we can reverse the old maxim that says that where there is no death, there will be no life. But I might ask. Overall, we can reverse the old maxim and say that where there is no death, there will be life. Okay. I still don't get it. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. Blago. Go ballistic. Gonna get you! Gonna get you! What? What? Oh. Son of a bitch. Really? I don't have... I don't know if it's gonna be an enemy that we can. Probably isn't even imitated anyway. DNA records are poems and music. Adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine, rhythm and melody. Perhaps the DNA of the ones who made get contact with the flame is recomposed by the sound they generate within. I wonder if life forms are just dreaming in endless flow of music. Humans and reptiles. 55 million years ago, the reptiles who evolved from reptiles had discovered their own unique civilization. It was long before the ancestors of humans who evolved from primates had developed their civilization. Excavations carried out on the central continent of Xenon have revealed that reptiles already had advanced architectural skills in the prehistoric era. With the fall of Lavos to the planet and the resulting ice age that this brought about, running the death knell for the reptiles and their civilization. After that, the reptiles slowly disappeared from the stage of history. A stage of history! However, in the distant past, humans could have been defeated in the concept of evolution, and reptiles could have continued to develop. It is not unthinkable that such a timeline could exist in other dimensions. Everything is purely a problem of possibilities, and the world is only stabilized by the viewpoint of the one who observes it. Interesting, Lavos, an extraterrestrial life form that is thought to have fallen from heaven 65 billion years ago. On the timeline that existed before history was changed, Lavos was assumed to have slept deep below the planet's surface, sleeping and consuming the planet's energy up until the day of destruction known as the apocalypse. There are those who believe that 12,000 years ago, the legendary ancient magical civilization known as Zeal came into contact with Lavos. A fateful encounter is said to have resulted in Zeal disappearing from the surface of the planet within the space of a single night. However, the very existence of this ancient civilization of Zeal has never been proven, so up till this day, this theory cannot be confirmed. At the same time, Lavos appeared on the surface of the planet in the year 1999 and brought the world to ruins. However, a group of young time travelers saw where their planet's history was heading and through their actions rewrote time. This very research facility exists on that new timeline. In the world where, thanks to the defeat of Lavos by the young adventurers, the apocalypse never happened. On a temporal vector where human civilization continued to evolve unhampered. All the data on Lavos that was obtained from tracing different parallel world possibilities has proven to be volatile, with fluctuating discrepancies. Plus, at this point in time, it is nearly impossible to obtain any true information about Lavos. Rainbow shell. That can be down here. Okay, cool. Only person that registered is Arbiter may enter. Will go. You're gonna see. Please evacuate to your designated positions. We will do the same in case of an emergency. Everyone gather around. Do see do. Let's see. In the 11th century, a scientist by the name of Luca indicated the possibility of time travel through the use of a time egg, which utilizes miniature black holes. Whether this could actually be possible or not is still the subject of an intense debate, and no conclusions have been made. Oh, cool. According to her theory, by rotating a single point of supergravity, space-time continua can be drawn in, thus making it possible to transform that singular point which pulls in everything else into a ring formation. Using this ring as a gate between dimensions, it should be possible to travel back and forth between various space-time. I've heard that the time egg actually existed during the legendary ancient dynasty. We shouldn't have to rely on theories from an ancient civilization that may not have even existed. We can do this. But it's been said that time was altered using the time egg. That's just a legend. There isn't even any evidence to prove that the ancient dynasty ever existed. The experiment should be starting soon. After we discovered an unusual gravitational field in its barren sea of El Nido, we built several artificial islands and established Chronopolis. It was all done to facilitate our top secret research. But now our research is about to come to its end. Once the final adjustments are made, the experiment will commence. It's just a matter of time, so everyone should keep up their good work. The chief hasn't returned yet. He hasn't? Then we'll have to hold off until he gets back. To think that time is not absolute but elastic, relative and subjective. That there can be individual differences caused by changes in time. Perhaps the same people and life forms can even exist in several different spacetimes. An independent time that flows with a will of its own. Huh, what nonsense. The lost ancient magic civilization of Zeal. If it really did exist, someone may have even traveled through time to that period. It may appear to be a military research center, but we're actually conducting research on time. There's no time to be talking about time. We don't have the time. This research center was established under the utmost secrecy by the central regime. We're conducting a simulation of phase metastasis. Or metastasis? Magnify. She said he was going out for a walk. He's probably by the dock somewhere, gazing out onto the sea. What? Be banished to the black hole. Get elements in there. Not elements, but I can get elements, but get materials from. Where did I go? Well, that's the location. I can't get to that. Time Research Lab, which served as the foundation of the research center, appeared up nowhere in the year 2300 and was headed up by the scientific genius Balthazar. However, at the peak of his career, he simply vanished. We continue his work and have come this far. Our work is almost complete. Well, it's about time I headed back. Experiment's about to begin. Oh man, I might actually have to call it a night. this next boss battle is it looks like a doozy. It is just like one where like this game I'm pretty sure was developed at a time where like strategy guides were like really coming to be a thing. I think some developers, at least on some level, were like designing their games with the idea like, oh, they'll have strategy guides, so if players don't know what to do, they can just consult that. Anyway, like I've already done like double episode, like a really long episode earlier today, so it's not too unreasonable to quit here. I'll try to render, attempt to render the previous part tonight before I go to sleep, and start it rendering, and then hopefully be finished successfully by tomorrow morning, and then I can upload it and we'll be good. Otherwise I might have to just go like Windows Movie Maker or something. I'm not sure if I have Windows Movie Maker. I'll find some way to get it up in some kind of edited form. So anyway, thanks for watching. You can follow us on Twitter or support us on Patreon. You can also do all of the things. And until next time, sayonara.